What's up YouTube, I'm Vaughn and this is the Gear channel where we discuss collectibles, hobbies, competitive games from tabletop to video games, and today we have another Digimon meta deck, but very different because it's not only a first place meta deck that we're reviewing, it's the World Championship one. That's right, so this one, okay, surprisingly we have done a similar Xross Heart Deck profile before, but that was for a local first place event, but this was for the World Championship of 2022. And they got first place with this deck, and so far there's no issue. The deck is consistent. Crossheart definitely an issue deck because even in real life, like my Billzamon deck does not do quite well against Crossheart, so that's why it's definitely a deck to watch out for. So we're going to take a close look of his specific build so you guys know what to expect if you're against this deck. But before we begin, friendly reminder as always to like and subscribe because it really helps the channel a lot and I do really appreciate it. So starting first with 4 Pikmon, this is when attacking. If this Digimon has Crossheart in the straight, draw 1 card. Okay. They have 4 shoutmon from BT10. So Digivolve, okay, level 2 for free if it's a Crossheart. So this has to do majority with color. Okay, on play, reveal 3 cards on the top of your deck. Add 1 Digimon with Crossheart in its tray or 1 Tamer card. Pretty much any Tamer card, which is very good. So quite a good card. On deletion, save. Now, majority of saving is that you pretty much take the Digimon when it gets deleted and you put it underneath your Tamer. Pretty good. Okay, then we have his inherent, which is, well, this Digimon has shoutmon in its name, it gains rush. Very good. So then we have 4 Starmon, okay. On deletion, save. If this Digimon has shoutmon in its name, draw a card. Okay, so lots of draw power in this deck, and they always want to see the Starmon gets deleted. So try your best not to delete the Digimon until it goes to the point that you're about to explode, even though it's kind of harmful for your security, but that is definitely a key way to avoid them from really extending. Then there's 4 Sparrowmon. Okay, Digivolve any level 2 pretty much. All turns while you have a Tamer with Crossheart or Twilight in its straight, this Digimon gets 3000 DP, so it could be a pretty high 5 DP rookie, which is actually quite high. On deletion, save as well. While this Digimon has Shoutmon or Movamon, it gains Reboot. Very good. Then we have the level 4, so we have 1 Shoutmon times 4. Materials saved 2, so this has to do with the materials being saved. So when it gets deleted, you take the materials and you put underneath your tamer. So a bit different, but yeah, all to the same. So on play, draw 2 cards. End of attack, you may play all this Digimon Digivolution cards under one of your tamers in order to unsuspend one of your tamers. So this kind of like rinse and repeats the whole cycle. And then it has Digicross 2, which is Shoutmon, Ballistamon, Dolmon, and Starmon. Very nice. Then for the Rulomon, so on play, if you have another Digimon or Tamer with Crossheart in its tray, one of your opponent's Digimon gets 3000 DP until the end of the next turn. Now, this can actually come out multiple times, so if they have multiple Durulumons, you could start losing Digimon pretty fast. On deletion, save as well. Your turn, while this Digimon has Shaman in its name, all your opponent's security Digimon gets minus 2000 DP. Then we have Ballistamon, okay. Digivolve 2 from a level 2 from Crossheart with Crossheart in its trait. So that was the same thing with Dualmon. So just pretty much ignore its color. Opponent's turn, while you have another Digimon or Tamer with Crossheart in its trait, this Digimon has Blocker. Okay, save, and then while this Digimon has Shoutmon, it has Piercing. Pretty good. And then we have the Shoutmon King, which is actually pretty threatening because if you play the other Shoutmon and then you play this Shoutmon on top, it has Rush. So you don't really have to follow like pretty much the like summoning sickness. So this deck actually avoids it pretty well. Okay, so name of this card, Digimon is also treated as Shoutmon. On play, you may return 1 card with Digicross requirements from your trust to your hand. When you were Digicross this turn, you may treat this Digimon as meeting one of the Digicross requirements. Quite good. Material, save 1. Okay, good as well. Digicross, 1 Digimon with Crossheart in its trait, so pretty much any. While this Digimon has Shoutmon in its name, get 2000 DP. Very nice. Okay, then because he's playing only one of that. Then 3 of the shoutmon X3. Okay, so material save 2. Start of your turn by deleting this Digimon, gain 1 memory. Not bad. On play, reveal 3 cards from the top of your deck. Add 2 cards with Crossheart or Blue Flare in their tray among them to your hand. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. So pretty much a good like searcher. Pretty much sets it up for the following play, especially if you ended your last turn with this and then you choose to delete it. It set up your board, and especially if you could go off with the other shoutmons, this can definitely help. Digicross 2, Shoutmon, Ballistamon, and Durulumon. Okay, after that, we have Shoutmon times 5. He's playing 2 of this one. So security attack 1, blocker, material save 3, quite high. Okay, Digicross, Shoutmon, Ballistamon, Durulumon, Stormmon, and Sparrowmon. So quite the list for it. Okay, and then we have Omni Shoutmon at 2 he's playing. So Digivolve 4 from Shoutmon. So you get to save a little bit. So you pretty much just skip a level. Pretty much, yeah. So rookie to a ultimate. That's pretty good. Okay, when you were Digicross, the name of this card's Digimon is also treated as Shoutmon. Okay, when Digivolving, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with DP of 4,000 or less. If this Digimon has Shoutmon in its Digivolution cards, delete 2 of your opponent's Digimon with a DP of 4,000 or less instead. On deletion, save. Okay, your turn. While this Digimon has Shoutmon in its name, this Digimon gains security attack +1. Very good. And then there's 3 Shoutmon times 7. Quite high. So rush, which is very good. Material save 4, which is a lot. On play, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with DP less than or equal to this Digimon's DP. So it starts with 13, but if it gets even higher, it could pretty much wipe out like the majority of Digimons. So yeah. All turn for every 2 cards in this Digimon Digivolution card. This Digimon gets 1000 DP. There you go. Digicross 2, so Omni Shoutmon, Zig Greymon, Ballistamon, Durulumon, Stormmon, and Sparrowmon. But I don't really see the Zig Greymon, so I believe the Shoutmon King could substitute as that. So there you go. Okay. Oh no, they do. They play at 3. And they were playing, yeah, the Shoutmon times 7 at 3. So 3 Zig Greymon. I don't usually see this too much, to be very honest. I see it sometimes. So Digivolve 2 from Metal Greymon. There you go. So when Digivolving, unsuspend this Digimon. Then if a card with Blue Flare or Crossheart in its tray is in this Digimon Digivolution cards, and your opponent has 2 or more Digimon in play, gain 2 memory. Pretty free. Okay, on deletion, save. And then opponent's turn, while this Digimon has Blue Flare in its trait, gain blocker. Okay. Then for the tamers now. So we have 4 Mikey, which is very good. So on play, you reveal the top 4 of your deck, add 1 card with Crossheart and it's trait among them to your hand, and 1 Digimon with Crossheart underneath your tamer, and then return the rest to the bottom of the deck. Your turn, when playing one of your Digimon with Digicross requirement, by suspending this tamer, you can also place cards from under your tamers into the Digivolution source by Digicross. So this is why the deck is a nuisance to deal with, because every time you're deleting their Digimon, they're not really losing materials, so you're actually wasting cards, and then when they use the Mikey, they still get their big guys for free. So they're playing 4 of this. You have to play 4 of this. So 3 Angies. On play, you may play 1 Durulumon from your hand or from under one of your tamers without paying its memory. So that's pretty good. So your turn, when you play a Digimon with Crossheart in its trait, you may suspend this tamer to draw a card. And the security is you get to play this for free. Same thing with the Mikey. Okay. Then there's also Jeremy, which is on play, you may play a Ballistamon. And then he has the ability, your turn, when you play a Digimon Cross in your trait, you may suspend this tamer to gain 1 memory. Now, you don't really need that much memory in this deck, but at the same time, they do have Jeremy that actually does help quite a bit. And then finally, for tamers, we have 3 I won't even pronounce that. 3 kids. There you go. So start your main phase by placing one Digimon card with Xross Heart or Blue Flare in its tray under this tamer. Gain 1 memory and draw a card. Pretty good. Good setup. Your turn when you play one Digimon with Digi-Cross requirements. By suspending this tamer, you may place cards from under your tamer as a Digivolution cards for the Digi-Cross. So it does the same thing as Mikey, plus a little bit better because at least you could gain additional memory and draw cards, which is good. So 3 of that as well. And then finally, 2 of this card, which is honestly, I dealt with this card and it is a nuisance. Okay, so if you have a Pulsemon or a Digimon with Pulsemon and the Digivolution, you could play this with ignoring its color requirement. But the thing is that this is a very scary card because, main, if you have 3 or more security cards, one of your opponent Digimon gets 12,000 DP. Now, mine is 12,000 DP, which is insane. That wipes a lot of stuff. If you have 3 or fewer security cards, place one of your opponent's Digimon face down on top of the security stack. So if this isn't the security, this is definitely a nuisance. But the biggest issue is that imagine you have exactly 3. If you have exactly 3 security, you get to use both of these abilities. So you could delete something very easily that's 12,000 DP or less, and then you could place one of your opponent's Digimon face down on top of the security stack. So this is definitely a very scary card to play against. And that's it for the deck profile of the World Championship Xross Heart Deck. Now, if you guys enjoyed today's video, you know what to do. Like and subscribe. And if you want a sneak peek of future products we're planning to review here on the channel, you can follow me on my Instagram, VaughnGear. I'm Vaughn, and this was the Gear Channel.